Sagittarius, what the heck is going on here? Well, good morning. Welcome to the daily message. And the daily message is something you need to know today. It may not be affecting you today. It may not be unfolding today, but it's something that is unfolding for sure. And so usually there is a situation that comes up, and it's not always your situation, but it's definitely someone's situation. As I read through the comments, it is so Sagittarius, as I have stated in an earlier reading, we're going to pick a topic and share a comment about it, to start a conversation. And so I decided to pull that from the Soul Action Oracle. And it's all about, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? So, comment below the ways in which that you show yourself self-love. I buy myself stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. I buy myself stuff, and I also put my needs above everything else. I have this year really been striving in the put myself first category. And basically that came up because of my health, so yeah, they do have different ways in which you could do that, and maybe you have done that, right? Set stronger boundaries, meditate and listen to your heart, speak to yourself with compassion, focus on your strengths, say no to something that isn't a soul yes, say yes to something you are afraid of, let go of what you cannot control, stay far away from drama and negativity, ask for help and allow it. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. So those are all great ideas. So I'm wondering, how do you show yourself self-love, Sagittarius? It looks very different to everyone, so that's the topic of the day. But what's going on here, Sag? Because it feels like, wow. So first off, we have professional assistance. So you may be, I just feel like this is you receiving help. And it definitely is receiving help for a way that you move in love, Sag. The way you move in love, the way you think about it. It does feel a little self-sabotagey. I'm not going to lie. And, you could be receiving help in regards to it. Now, that can be help from a book because they are reading. It could be seeking counseling. It could be just talking to someone who gives you help. But what this is about is how you tend to play it safe. And this comes from a victim mentality, actually, Sag. And that is, that's kind of you questioning whether or not you deserve something. It's also the preconceived notion, because we have the 5 of Pentacles here. Everybody leaves, nothing lasts, which comes from an abandonment wound, actually. The loving man is here, and of course, as you know, we don't do gender and tarot, so it's not just for the women, but it's kind of a not believing that love is for you, in a way. I mean, we all come here and we come to tarot looking for answers and from our love life and everything. And you know, since so much is about love today, this really, it starts with you, right? And I don't know, there's just this feeling that you tend to, I don't think it's not believed that love exists, but, you know, not believe that you will find someone who is loving, not believe that love works out. And I mean, of course, it could be based on experience, right? Now, child is here. This is something that could be dealing with your inner child, like things that you learned in childhood. For instance, if you witnessed in your own life and your family, you know, broken relationships, that could have really affected how you feel about love, about partnership. And it's really interesting because you're supposed to heal this because there's love coming in, or love that wants to come in. So it's about healing a way of thinking that really causes you to play it safe in relationships, not get out of your comfort zone, you know, and this comes from you convincing yourself that it just doesn't work out, or it never works out for me, or everybody leaves. And like, wow. I mean, this is deep, really. So you could be getting help with that or seeking help for that. This could be coming in through a relationship. But if you look at this, right? House is here, which is really about the end game. It's about security and stability, and it really came out with the loving man. And there's so much here about, you know, a new way of thinking, a new kind of a rebirth, because these things want to come in for you. Wow. And you're definitely learning here, okay? Because we have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. And this is about thinking about things with the excitement of a child, going down a new path, you know, taking a chance on a new road. And the Queen of Pentacles is here, like, which the Queen of Pentacles for me is always about partnership. You know, being a good partner and having all of those things that you want, like stable relationships, you know, nurturing relationships, taking care of people. And, you know, it's really interesting that it's here with the Five of Pentacles, because in order to have these things, and maybe this was something in particular that someone went through with a mother, it could have been a relationship with a mother that caused this abandonment wound, or even having children. So this was a really, really deep reading. Because, you know, you're being called to heal, basically. You know, and there's this worry when it comes to relationships that kind of lives inside you, about Six of Cups, things happening the way that they happened in the past. Maybe even when you were a child, Sag, because there's so much here that's really screaming at the inner child. You're being called to heal a wound. An inner child wound you may not even realize that you have, or that it goes that far back. So it might be really good for you to think about, you know, the relationships of your parents or your family, or relationships you witnessed when you were a child. Because, yeah, look, divine timing is at play here. There is something, Ace of Pentacles, that wants to come in that is really good and really divinely ordered, right? But I feel, oh, that is really going to speak to your heart, Sag. But you definitely need, yeah, look at this, the Knight of Swords and the Death card. You need to give this some time, like especially these energies, this healing energy. This doesn't mean anything's going to happen or not going to happen, because, you know, as we go through life every day, we are always healing. We are always on the healing journey. And I feel like you're just being given kind of like a bell, right? So that this love can come in. Wow. So that this stability can come in. Wow, that was really something. So we're going to look at some lighter subjects for the day. You know, what's helping you? What's the challenge? Actions you need to take today. But that was something. It kind of made me think too, Sag. Really made me think. I think that the way in which, too, that I approach self-love more than anything is giving time to myself. So that's something to think about. But let's see what is supporting Sagittarius. The King of Pentacles. Okay. What is support? So that could be dealing with time as well, Sag. Because the King of Pentacles doesn't react. He knows there's stuff to do, but it's kind of saying, too, you don't have to do it all in one day. Look at this with the Four of Pentacles. It's exactly that. Yeah, there might be a lot of stuff to do, but you don't necessarily have to get it done today. Okay. So don't, like, bury yourself with that kind of stress and pressure. Eight of Wands. Interesting. Ooh, the World. The Queen of Cups. Could be talking to someone about the future. It kind of is speaking, too, towards, you know, maybe even a decision that doesn't need to be made right now. But you're going to be very happy at one point. What is this Eight of Wands energy? Justice. Yeah, something is going to go in your favor. Which could also speak to a decision. Oh, wow. This is definitely about love coming in. What's the King of Pentacles talking about? It's kind of like the love you've been waiting for. The connection you've been waiting for. Yep. The Emperor. Definitely is speaking to that first message. And telling you that this stability is coming in for you. And if this is financial, it definitely is speaking towards not having to do it alone. Wow, with the Wheel of Fortune, that's really nice. So what's the challenge? Page of Swords. Okay. What's the challenge? Ten of Swords reversed. That's nice. Nine of Pentacles. And Judgment. I do feel all of this isn't going to happen until you do this work. And, you know, maybe you don't really even realize it. You know, there's still some things for you to learn. Okay. So what is the challenge? Oh, healing and thinking positive. Yeah, the challenge is the Star and the Four of Wands, is believing that things can be better. It definitely is hard for you to think in this way, right? Ten of Pentacles sideways. And the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely a need here. And maybe it's because it's not what you've experienced, but to realize that really great relationships and relationships that last are available. You're not always going to have to walk away. You're supposed to heal that mentality where perhaps you think that things don't work out. Look at this. The Ten of Cups is on the bottom with the Queen of Pentacles. It does work out, you know. But of course, too, that there's essential part of your happiness says, I set healthy boundaries for myself. You know, and the Seven of Swords is here, which is interesting, with the Queen of Wands. You can't just set, and you have to really be, when you're setting boundaries, you have to be firm about them. And you have to be vocal about them. You can't just say you've set boundaries. You know, it can't be this big secret. You have to set it. You have to live it. You have to hold people accountable to it. Wow, this was such a deep reading, Sag. It was. And all I can think of is that this message is being given to you because there is some sort of major relationship coming in for you. I'm going to see, though. I want to see why you're getting this message. Why is Sagittarius receiving this message today? Why is Sagittarius receiving this message? And just so you know, I mean, that's all to help you. That is not like saying, oh, Sag, you know, you have wounds. We all have wounds. We all have them. You know, and they don't necessarily leave. We just don't let them control our lives, you know. Okay, so why is Sag getting this message? Why is Sag... Oh, Four of Cups. Why is Sag getting this message? Okay. I feel like you're getting this message because you might not see it when it comes. Like when it shows itself to you, there's a lot of energy here that's saying, I'm just holding myself back, right? Because we have the Four of Cups, which often can be, You know, we're so disappointed with the things that have happened that we don't see opportunities. And this is about isolating yourself. The Hermit, isolating yourself, is the same thing, trying to figure out to shine a light. You're trying to shine a light on things that happened that hurt you. And this has really made you hold yourself back from connection, for sure, with the Six of Wands even. You know, because the Six of Wands is a very single card. King of Cups. Yeah, and just like I said, wow. Love wants to come in, and it's coming in, it's mature. And it may be coming in fast, and you are really needing to, you know, break down the walls that hold you in this Three of Swords energy. Yeah, Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups. You need to make the choice to let it go and be the Empress. The Empress is all about love. You know, so you're needing to find that space to become love. Wow. The Empress is also healing as well. Becoming, you know, ground in love. Wow. Sagittarius. Jeez. So let's see an action that you're being called to. What is an action Sagittarius is being called to? What is an action Sagittarius is being called to? Do not panic. Okay. I don't understand yet. I'm a genius. I'm not okay. Yeah, so like don't let it stress you out. Definitely don't let anything said here stress you out. It's not saying that something is wrong with you. It's just asking you to look at your inner child and how you might be holding yourself back from love. Because love is everything, Sag. Everything. Okay. Wowza. And I'm feeling that, like, just this is heavy, but necessary, right? So let's see what you need to keep in mind, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to keep in mind? To be playful. Okay. I am enough. I am beautiful just as I am. It's about feeling worthy. And really going after your dreams in a fun way. Interesting. Very interesting, Sag. So I hope this reading helps you. In the extended, I'm going to look at this love that wants to come through, see about this King of Cups, and anything we can find out about that. And I'll talk to you soon. Toodles.